Today's July 20th. Today's quote is entitled, "I am not the cause." The word excuse is made up of two syllables, ex meaning free from and cusa meaning cause. The meaning is then, quote, "I am not the cause of the problem," unquote. This basically means you are a victim of what happened, not a cause, but an effect. Of course, that goes against the law of karma. So I thought this was interesting to discuss because we all make excuses, and excuses are disempowering. But the etymology of the word excuse is interesting because it means I'm not the cause. You know, you might say, hey, doesn't Krishna say that in Bhagavad Gita? We're not the cause. No, he doesn't say that. We're the cause of our karma. It's your karma. You caused your karma. Nobody else caused your karma. So sometimes we want to extricate ourselves from the cause. Oh, it's just my karma, what can I do? Well, do something about the result of your karma. So to make an excuse is disempowering, and as we've said before, sometimes we use excuses to make ourselves feel good, or we use excuses to make ourselves feel like we're disempowered. We can't do anything because we don't want to do anything, or we're afraid to face the problem. So if we can make excuse that it's not really a problem, there's nothing really to do about it, I can't do anything, it doesn't really bother me. And it actually does really bother you, but you say it doesn't just because you don't want to deal with it. It doesn't help the situation. And especially the work we have to do as devotees it's serious work, both in work on ourselves and working on the spreading of the mission. So if we're making excuses for our own failures and making excuses for our failures in preaching, it's really bad, because there's a world waiting for us to become pure devotees. People want us to become pure devotees because people need pure devotees. They need association of pure devotees. It's our job to become that association. So if we make excuses why we can't become pure, why it's too hard for this and that reason, and give in to those excuses, then our advancement is slowed down. And then what we can give the world is also compromised, because we've compromised our own purity. And now that's compromised when we give it to other people, or if we make excuses why we can't be successful in preaching in certain ways. It is unfortunate for people because they depend on us, and they may not know that they depend on us, but they're waiting for us. Prabhupada once said, people are waiting. They're sitting in their homes waiting. When will the Sankirtan movement come? They're waiting for Gaur Nitai's mercy. One time, a devotee was preaching in Bengal in the early days of the movement, and he found that the people weren't very receptive. And he told Prabhupada that it's not good preaching here. The people they're not receptive, they're not open. And Prabhupada said, is it that people aren't open, or is it that you couldn't make them open? So it seemed like, no, it was difficult. But Prabhupada's saying, okay, what's the real problem here? And so a person who doesn't make excuses will always look at the situation and say, okay, what can I do? So that's the question. Here's a situation. It's not ideal. Whatever the situation is that's making it difficult to be Krishna conscious or spread it, the question we ask ourselves is, what can I do in this situation? Rather than, what can I do in a negative sense? What can I do? I can't do anything. No. What can I do in a positive sense to deal with this situation? And in some cases, the answer will be, don't preach in this situation because nothing's going to happen here. It's not going to succeed. That may be true. Or I can't live in this situation. That may be true. But rather than make an excuse that I'm not Krishna conscious because of the situation I'm living in, or I can't be successful in preaching because of where I'm preaching, okay, go to another place and preach. Go to another street, another city. Live in another place. If you're not living with devotees, live with devotees. Don't make excuses, but do something. Take proactive action, and then you'll get results. Because excuses are disempowering. They don't help us. They only help us stay in Maya. They only keep us away from our goals.